fuck I'm doing, evidently. Let's have some whiskey. What do you say?
Sure.
You want this glass, the adult glass?
Yes,
I
please.
broke another one of our glasses.
So we're down to one highballer now. What do we got?
We've got, somebody recommended this. I think a few
What
people.
is it?
It's Four Roses.
Okay, for a minute I thought it was the Captain. And I was like, I'm not drinking that shit.
No, I'm not
I thought it was the Captain and it was the spiced one. I was like, nope, not doing
Bourbon,
it.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, Brent Elliott. I have not had the chance to pull up the tasting.
Who
notes.
recommended it?
Several people have like messaged me and stuff like that. So we're gonna get. I mentioned this to Travis, and he was like, "Oh, that's good." So, $29.99 at a local liquor store versus going to Specs.
Hey,
Specs
so
is
let
like
me
our-
just, because
our
DJ
bigger
just said they went through this when they were in Florida, and it took 3 hours to get 3 miles, and it's amazing the chaos that sets in on that.
Fucking utter
Chaos.
That was one of the
because
scariest
so many
things.
people are trying to get out.
Yeah. We were trying to get in and out.
Yeah, we were. There was a civilian, not even police officer, that had made a homemade stop sign and was directing
It was like doing 3 out,
3 out, 3 out, 3 out, you know, from all the 4-way stop sign. And in my head, I was thinking, thank you, sir, but where the fuck's your family?
Yeah. He was farther, he was just farther away.
Yeah.
So
And it did take us forever. And we were lucky that we had
to go out of a neighborhood.
We had the walkies so we could communicate back and forth.
Yeah.
It's just an insane time. Like
we were handing out
here's
water.
the one thing that I said.
We had our dogs.
If there's ever an apocalypse, however much planning you think you've got,
there's never
it's not going to happen the way you think it's
We literally had go bags. I had cars parked in full of all of our. We knew the night before that it potentially could happen.
Yeah.
But
we saw it jump the mountain.
We saw that jump the mountain. I was watching it with some. We lived in Colorado Springs. We were right back up against the front range.
Yeah,
Pikes Peak was off in the distance. There's like 3 ranges coming towards our house.
They didn't think it was going to make it to Colorado Springs because there were so many ranges. It was going to have to
and then
jump.
And then I think we've talked about this.
The wind in Colorado is crazy. It is crazy.
It was crazy. So we had a big windstorm like 40 miles away that
jumped it.
It was a downburst.
Yeah, the 3 miles. The 3 miles, I can believe that because it did take us.
We just wanted to get on the other side of the highway, which was 1.5 miles away.
Yeah.
We had nowhere to go. That's one thing that you always need to think of is we had nowhere to go.
Well, because so many people had been evacuating over. It started on a Sunday, and I think this happened on a Monday or Tuesday.
Cheyenne Mountain all evacuated.
Yeah. So by the time it was time for us to evacuate, there were no more hotel rooms anywhere. There was no more rooms in the animal shelters. There was no more rooms anywhere.
Right.
So we were like, all right, I guess we're driving to the next city the next city.
Denver was booked.
The other way going. And
South
luckily we had a
Pueblo,
friend. We had a friend offer.
Fred, lifesaver.
Him and his wife Kathy.
He has lifetime rights to come.
He has lifetime rights for anything he ever wants from us, except
hang out,
my first child,
ski,
which will never happen.
We stay up in Breckenridge once a year. You know, getting like fucking teary-eyed. It saved our lives.
It did.
I mean, it didn't save our lives, but it just like
it put us. It made what we were going through a lot easier because we had somewhere to go.
I grabbed a 12-pack of beer in his house. The backside of his house faces Pikes Peak.
And remember what I said? I said
we watched the whole goddamn mountain burn down.
Was it Seattle?
Again, I'm not trying to compare.
Was it Seattle or San Francisco that burned down?
Empathize, and it was what's that?
Was it Seattle or San Francisco that burned down?
San Francisco years, 100 years.
But I think because I can't remember, but I think I was like, this is like watching that fucking fire in San Francisco when it just literally
it's just sad as fuck.
Was taking stuff down. Yeah. So again, let's give them some love. Yeah. And if you can afford to donate $10, donate $10.
Yeah, if you can, it gets or look up the local humane, like the Boulder Humane Society, something like that. Mm-hmm. And if you're into doing for pups or animals, because they're going to need it everywhere.
They're going to need it everywhere.
Every single need.
Ooh, this smells strong.
That whole neighborhood, for that whole community is going to be coming up. So, absolutely. So, cheers to everybody. All right.
Right.
I know. So this is somebody who said it was super smooth. Hawk said this is really smooth.
Oh, he's not lying. Holy shit.
Roses. $30 for the bottle.
I was worried because it smelled so strong. Oh, that's good. That's the first sip good. Can you imagine the second sip?
A little bit of spice.
Not much.
Cheers, you guys. Not much. All right. What do you think? You want to drink a little bit?
Yeah.
While we're doing the drink-a-thon, the taste test, I'm going to go over my 2022 predictions. Are you ready?
I don't think we'll ever be ready for this.
So I came up with these after I've been drinking on the show.
I was going to say,
and they're official because I did them on a paper towel with a red permanent marker. It was the only thing I had to write with. So if you can read that.
The same night I came out that you like wrote the finger with the
yeah.
And you were like, fuck COVID or whatever.
I came up with a t-shirt idea and I sent it to my brother. Oh. So my brother's a pretty good artist. Right. You ready?
Okay.
And if these come true, they could already be true. I don't know. All right. So weird shit in 2022. China releases a new killer butterfly. Could happen. I'm not saying it's gonna. I'm just saying it's my prediction. Nostradamus.
No, they're killing everything right now. I'm about to tell you that.
There's another story that Beth's got. So killer butterflies released by China. Probably have somebody from China knocking on my door.
Oh, this will get, because you said China, it's going to get flagged.
China.
Okay, number 2.
Australia becomes an actual prison continent.
Wasn't it before?
No, they sent all the prisoners that they remember we watched.
That's what I'm saying.
That they didn't want anymore to go inhabit Australia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was before. Colonies, yeah, right? It was basically a.
So I'm thinking it's actually going to become a prison continent. We'll just send everybody. It's going to be like Escape from New York.
They're going to send all the people from New York that don't have their vaccine cards at the restaurants. They're going to send them
everybody
straight over
that
there.
Doesn't have a vaccine card, like starting with 5-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Probably the best thing. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris declare they have a love child together.
Ew. That's so gross on both fronts.
If it happens,
it's not going to happen.
You heard it here first.
He is dumb. I guess she could totally take advantage of him. I shouldn't say the president is dumb, but I think he spaces out.
You think he could actually?
All you have to do is pop a Viagra, and then he doesn't have any choice in the matter. Just does a little rub and tug. Done.
Maybe he's got some saved in a vault.
I'm sure.
Cryogenically saved in a vault.
Otherwise, why is he?
What do you guys think?
Why is he? Otherwise, why is he caressing everybody?
Justin Trudeau announces. Oh shit!
Can't even read your own writing, can you? Wow, you really fit some shit on there, babe.
Yep, Justin Trudeau announces.
Can I see?
He's part gray alien. I was writing notes.
Oh, it's funny because
he's part gray alien.
The paranormal romance I'm reading, gray is a type of vampire, so it's funny that you say that.
Gray alien. I could see that. That guy's a little douche. Got the eyeballs that like blink this way vertically.
Like he's a reptilian person? Like he's a reptile?
Yeah,
Can they just talk about that on the Osbournes?
Yep, that's what made it think of it. JV runs for president in 2022, which doesn't make any sense.
Well, what's his name?
Presidency is 2024.
Oh, 2022.
But JV's going to run in 2022.
Okay.
He's going to be completely fucking weird.
Okay.
The Rock decides to stop taking steroids.
Not going to happen.
It's probably not going to happen.
Not for another 10 years.
But if it did, you heard it.
Actually, though, because don't some of those older guys still take steroids?
Hawk said Biden will be the birthing person. Who takes steroids?
Like, don't all the old actors that are still in action movies take steroids?
That's HGH, honey. Human growth hormone.
Is that a steroid? Or is that just a
like
hormone?
And I don't know that.
Not an anabolic. I can't even say that word. Anabolic.
Amy. Okay, it's number 7. Amy White House comes out of hiding with Elvis and JFK. They're not dead.
Who's Amy Whitehouse?
Amy Winehouse. Sorry.
Oh, so like she's not really dead. Okay.
Yeah. These are things I was just thinking.
Yeah. Well, she could be an alien, so maybe she's
think locally.
Gone back to mothership.
Number 8. Francis O'Rourke gets his first BB gun.
What's that?
For safety after being carjacked.
Francis O'Rourke.
Beto.
Oh.
So he's
I see. I don't
BB
know.
Gun,
I don't know him by
conceal
Francis.
carry it in his abdomen. He's going to shoot himself in the penis.
There's not a. You can't
With a
carry a
BB.
BB gun in your. I guess you can do a pistol BB gun.
Yeah.
Didn't know
Be a
that.
rifle.
Okay.
But he's going to be the one dickhead that shoots himself in the pee-pee.
Too bad he wouldn't have done
With
it
a BB
before
gun.
he
might do it anyway.
had children. Oh, that was mean, Beth. Damn.
9. Whataburger admits they aren't from Texas anymore.
Oh, shut up. They're out of Chicago. I know this.
They just need to admit it.
They're always going to be out of
Their
Texas.
burgers suck.
They don't suck.
They're the worst things ever.
You haven't had one in like 2.5 years, so how can you even remember?
I've had 2.5 years too soon.
Yeah, what of us?
9.
Whatevs. The Hawk said The Rock will change his name to The Croc.
Nice. Number 10. Fauci doubles down. Says China's butterflies need the vax.
You're so silly.
That's what I got.
Yeah. I don't think we have to worry about any of those predictions coming true.
You know, if you come up with some content for this fucking thing on New Year's Eve.
I did come up with content. So why don't you suck it?
That's the big, obviously, that's another big story for me.
So this isn't bad. I will say it's not my favorite bourbon.
Let's rate the motherfucker.
It's got, for me, I don't even know how to explain it.
Okay. This is that was number 13. This is number 14. And this is, what was it called? I'm sorry.
I can't reach it.
4 Roses.
People are starting to pop fireworks.
4 Roses.
Pop, pop, pop.
What'd you like about it, I should say?
Super smooth.
Very smooth. It's a little, I don't want to call it peppery, spicy.
Maybe that's what it is, that I'm not.
It's a little spicy.
But it's after. Yeah. It's like it's almost like the aftertaste is spicy.
Really is
and
good.
I think that's the piece that I'm like, meh.
So Angel's Envy is definitely your high.
Yes.
And that's a 7.0. That is your the peak.
I'd say
negative 25 in Minnesota.
Shut up.
Are you going to go outside and have like a big bonfire, just like burn everything? I mean, that's the only thing
I can't even fathom.
Do you hang out in the garage?
Don't go outside in that weather.
I would hang out in the garage. I still would. I'd insulate the garage with like 40 feet of fucking insulation. I'd have like 3 feet. You said, fuck no. Exactly.
No.
I don't know.
I think that's probably the right way to go. So I would say this is, can you turn it around, please?
Yep.
Because you're looking at the board. And I really
right. All right. So you've got Angel's Envy. You want me to go through a couple past few?
Turn it around. You can read it as long as I can see it.
I can't read it and see it.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Glenlivet was your nut 6.9. I don't think it's in that range.
I don't either.
I think it's a Bibb and Tucker 5.0, maybe a little less. Think it's personally Russell's Reserve.
I think it's better than
Samuel
Bibb and Tucker. I want to say it's like a 5.3.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I mean, would I drink it again? Yeah, of course, because it's going to be on my shelf.
Yep, absolutely. If I don't drink it tonight.
You guys will probably drink it tonight.
Because
that's the thing that's been happening. So after the show, you take it out, and you and Ian
share with
you and
team.
Ian and
the
Travis
team. We make sure everybody gets a fair taste of it.
A fair taste of it.
Yeah,
even though it's mine.
It's not. These aren't yours.
Logan says.